So you want your first Airbnb property, the kind that you run and profit from without owning it. Now, try typing that into Google and you're going to get 100 answers. Most of it is just generic internet slop, written by people who have never done a single deal in their life. And it sounds clever, but it's going to get you nowhere. I make over £30,000 per month from Airbnb properties that I do not own. And I've helped over 100 people get started doing the exact same thing. So in this video, I'm going to show you how it works and what actually works. Not the theory, the real life strategy that gives you the best chance of getting a deal. I'm going to give it to you in the exact order that I would do if I was starting again from scratch with nothing. Let's get into it. Now first, the part that goes without saying. Before we get tactical, you need to set up your brand and your company. Now I've got a full video that's going to be linked to this that walks you through this step by step. It's on screen now and I'm also going to link it below in the description section. So go and watch it after this one. I'm not going to repeat all of that here, but here is what I want you to think about, because this is where a lot of people go wrong before they even get started. I don't like to put too much weight on this setting up part. Why? Because people get carried away. I've seen it 101 times. Someone decides that they're going to start building this Airbnb business and then they just disappear for 3 weeks, picking a name, redoing the logo, choosing colors, changing the name again. 3 weeks gone and they haven't spoken to a single landlord. What are we doing? Setting up your company should take you a couple of days, maximum 2 days, not 2 weeks. A simple name, a simple logo, a one-page website. That's it, you're done. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I would much rather you spend your time on what I call income generating activities. So that is anything that moves you closer to a deal. Talking to a landlord, getting an introduction, running an ad, booking a call. That's the real work. Messing about with a logo is not work. But look, don't get me wrong, the setup is still important, because the last thing you want is to be close to a deal and then the landlord asks for your website and you've got nothing to show them. You've got nothing to send them. Like in that moment, you're going to look like an amateur and you can lose that deal right there and then. So yes, do set it up, but just be quick about it. Right, the first real step. And this is the one that most people actually skip: family and friends. And I can already see some of you guys pulling faces right now, because people shy away from this one. It blows my mind. And usually it's because of embarrassment, or they do not feel confident enough yet because they haven't yet done a deal. So who are they to bring this to people who they actually know? Now look, I get it. I felt exactly the same way. But hear me out, because this is where a huge number of first deals actually come from. There is something called the know, like, and trust factor. So those three things have to be there before anyone does business with you. They have to know you, they have to like you, and they have to trust you. That is true for every single business on earth. Now here's the thing, with a stranger, you're starting from zero. You have to build all three of those things from scratch. But with your family and friends, they already know you, they already like you. Hopefully, they already trust you. But that work is done. You are starting the race halfway to the finish line. So many deals come out of this. Once people push past the fear and just start there, trust me on that, a lot of deals come from it. But how you do it actually matters more than anything. Do not go in there like they owe you something. Like, that is the fastest way to turn people off. Go in exactly like you would with anyone that you're bringing a business proposal to. Calm, clear, and focused on them. And the one thing that you make crystal clear is how this is going to benefit them. So let's break that down. Say your friend or family member is actually a landlord themselves. How does your service actually help them? Now, that depends on which strategy you're running. If you're doing partnerships, which is what I do and it's what I recommend, you run their property as an Airbnb and they're going to make more money than they would from a traditional let with none of the day-to-day hassle. You're going to take care of that and you get paid for that. Now, if you're doing the rent-to-rent strategy, effectively you take the property off their hands and you pay them a set amount, which is their rent every single month. So they get a completely hands-off, reliable income. Either way, you're not asking for a favor. You're offering them a better deal than what they currently have right now. So that's what you want to lead with. What is in it for me? That's all they care about. Now, if they are not a landlord themselves, then you can make it about what they get for sending people your way and be open about it. Tell them, if you introduce me to someone and it turns out to be a deal into a signed contract, there's going to be a referral fee in it for you. Like, once I actually start working with them, because that's the key thing, the money comes from the revenue you're making from the property. You know, people are far more willing to make an introduction when there is something in it for them. Suddenly, your uncle, your old boss, your mate from football, your hairdresser, they all become people who might just know a landlord and might be interested to introduce your services. Start there. This is the warmest audience that you will ever have, and it costs you nothing. Next, what I call key people of influence. Now, these are people who already are connected to the landlords and property owners that you're looking for. They already have the relationships that you're trying to build. Get in front of the right ones, and a single introduction can handle a deal that you would have spent months chasing. But here's where almost everyone gets it wrong. They go to property networking events. And please, I want you guys to stop doing that. Like, I know this is what everyone tells you to do, but we need to think about who's actually in that room. These are other people who want exactly what you want. They are all there looking for landlords and deals as well. You are all fishing in this same tiny pond, all after the same fish. Nobody in that room, my friend, can help you because they need the same thing that you need. Go to general business networking events instead. And here's why that changes absolutely everything in terms of the results that you could potentially get. Everyone in that room is either a business owner or they are representing one. They're not there to compete with you. They are there to grow their own business and to swap value with other business owners. That is the entire point of those rooms. So the chances of you meeting someone who can actually help you in your business goes way up just because of the quality and the types of people who are in that room. Like, just think about that for a second. An accountant who does the books for 50 landlords, a mortgage broker who speaks to property owners every single day, an estate agent, a property solicitor. These people know landlords, key people of influence, and they don't know one or two landlords, they know hundreds, and they are sitting in that business networking room right now. Go and get them, my friends. So what do you actually do when you're there? Well, here's what you shouldn't do. Do not pitch. You need to build a real relationship. You get genuinely curious about their business first, and only then, and only after then, when it's your turn, when they ask you to talk about your business, you explain simply how you help landlords get more out of their property. And then you ask a soft question like, do you ever work with landlords who are frustrated with their returns in their current situations? That's it. You plant that seed. Then you follow up after the event and you keep that relationship warm. That's where the juice comes from. The follow up. You heard the fortune is in the follow up. That's what you need to do. Do that with a handful of the right people, and you're going to build a little network that feeds you landlords for years and years and years to come. You will always find your key people in the industry in those rooms. Always, I promise you, take my word for it and just try it and see. And finally, ads. This is the easiest and the fastest way to build a strong landlord pipeline. Full stop. Everything before this takes time and relationship. Ads can start bringing you landlord this week, today, tomorrow. Once you switch it on, they start coming in. Here's why they are so powerful. And it comes down to one thing. When a landlord sees your ad, they hear your message and then reaches out to your business, the whole dynamic has been flipped on its head. They already know what you offer and they came to you. That means they already believe that you might be able to help them. So by the time you get on the phone, you're not chasing these people. You're not selling to them. You are consulting. You are just working out whether you can actually help them or not based on the numbers. That is a completely different conversation. It's a much easier conversation and you're having it from a position of strength. They came to you. So how do you set this up? Keep it simple. Do not overcomplicate this one. All right? So number one, get clear on your message. Who exactly is the landlord that you want? And what is the one problem that you solve for them? If you try to talk to everyone, you're going to end up talking to no one. That is marketing 101. Number two, make a simple offer that pulls them in. Something that speaks straight to a problem that they feel. Maybe a property sitting empty, a place that is not earning what it should be, the hassle of tenants. Offer them something useful, like a free review of what your property could actually really make if they converted to Airbnb. Number three, send that traffic to one simple page where they put in their details. Now, not a website. I'm talking about a landing page. A website confuses people. Too many options, too many things to do. Services, who we are, about us. Nobody cares. A landing page is different. It's one page with one job. Get the landlord's details. That's it. They see the page, they fill in their information, they send it, you've got the details. Number four, you want to follow up really quickly. This is where most people lose the deal. Speed matters more than you think. The quicker you can reach out after someone inquires, the warmer they still are. They still remember you. Aim for minutes if possible, but definitely not days. And number five, have that consultative conversation and just work out if it's a fit. That's it. That's your goal. No pressure, just help. Is this actually a fit? Do these numbers actually work? It's as simple as that. Get that running and you're you're going to have a pipeline that can bring you landlords every single week on repeat. I promise you that this is by far the quickest and the fastest way to get started. So ladies and gents, there it is. You want to set up your business quickly, then you want to hit up family and friends, then there's the key people of influence, and then the ads strategy. That is the realistic way that actually works in the real world. The stuff that actually gets you deals, not the nonsense you scroll past all day and people just telling you stuff because it sounds good. This is what actually works. And if you want me to show you how I put all of this together step by step to actually get the results on the other end of that, from finding landlords to actually signing your first deal, I've got a completely free training that walks you through the whole thing. The link to that training is going to be in the description below. Just go and watch it, then go and get your first property, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.